Morning and welcome everyone to another segment of VTF Live. We are very excited as it has been another exciting week for our beginner track interns. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mallory Vega. I am the Director of Operations and Management here at VTF. Virtual Testing Foundation is a nonprofit volunteer-run organization since 2012. We neither sell products, services, nor data, and our only goal is to serve the cybersecurity community. Our mission is to offer beginner and advanced track internships that will benefit the community. Also, our vision is to invest in and any resources that will provide quality learning experience to the community and to our interns. Virtual Testing Foundation is the first and unique volunteer-run nonprofit organization, offering hands-on cybersecurity internships and much more. As you can see, we have 30,000 plus members in our organization, which we are very proud of, and we hope you can be also part of the VTF family. Currently, we have open positions for advanced internships, and if you're interested, you can go ahead and apply at virtuallytestingfoundation.org. Or if you know anyone who is interested, you can also go ahead and share this amazing opportunity with them. Now let's recap on what our beginner track interns have been doing. For week 1, our interns have learned about cybersecurity fundamentals, such as MITRE ATT&CK. They learned that MITRE ATT&CK framework is a curated knowledge base that tracks cyber adversary tactics and techniques used by threat actors across the entire attack lifecycle. The framework is meant to be used more than a collection of data. It is intended to be used as a tool to strengthen an organization's security posture. And in business etiquette, they will also learn about API guidelines so that they can improve in writing proper business communication, such as emails, memos, and other corporate communications. For week 2, our interns have learned about vulnerability management. They learn about how vulnerability management is a process of identifying, evaluating, treating, and reporting on security vulnerabilities in systems and the software that runs them, which is also implemented with the other security tactics. It's vital for organizations and businesses to prioritize possible threats and minimize vulnerabilities. For business etiquette, our interns have learned also about time management and how it's a process of organizing and planning on how to divide their time between tasks and projects. For week 3, our interns have learned about OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence. They learned that OSINT is the collection and analysis of data gathered from open sources, both covert and publicly, to produce actionable intelligence of a person or organization. This can be done by an attacker or by a friendly penetration tester. For business etiquette, they've learned about how to not overcommit. They've learned that overpromising, overextending, overestimating, and overdoing does not help them live a life of balance. Taking care of themselves and develop a positive, healthy professional identity is crucial. For week 4, our interns have learned about network security. They learned that network security protects our network and data from breaches, intrusions, and other threats. This is a vast and overarching term that describes hardware and software solutions, as well as a process or rules and configurations relating to network use, accessibility, and overall threat protection. For business etiquette, they learned about Scrum. They learned that Scrum is a project management framework that is applicable to any project with aggressive deadlines, complex requirements, and degree of uniqueness. For week 5, our interns have learned about endpoint security. We know that an endpoint refers to an end device that receives a signal. With endpoint security, they learned that endpoint security is the practice of safeguarding endpoints from unauthorized access and digital threats that can expose data or compromise the performance of the endpoint device. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about effective communication. They've learned that being an effective communicator is the process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data so that the message can be received and understood with clarity and purpose. For week 6, our interns have learned about web application security, also known as Web AppSec. They learned about the idea of building websites to function as expected even when they are under attack. This concept involves in a collection of security controls engineered into web application to protect its assets from potentially malicious agents. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about team conflict management. They learned that with conflict management is being sensitive to shifting behaviors in a team and responding to potential flashpoints quickly, effectively, and impartially. For week 7, our interns have learned about virtualization. They learned that virtualization uses software to create an abstraction layer over a computer hardware that allows the hardware elements for a single computer, such as processors, memory, storage, and more, to be divided into multiple virtual computers, commonly known as virtual machines, or VMs. The main goal for virtualization is higher levels of performance, scalability, reliability, agility, or to create a unified security and management domain. For business etiquette, our interns have learned on how to express their past accomplishments. They learned tips on how to be able to summarize and express their accomplishments when it comes to an interview for a position or on a performance review with their manager. For week 8, our interns have learned about containers. They learned that containers, along with containerization technology like Docker and Kubernetes, have become increasingly common components in many developers' toolkits. The goal of containerization, at its core, is to offer a better way to create, package, and deploy software across different environments in a predictable and easy-to-manage way. For business etiquette, our interns were asked why they wanted to join VTF. This question is often asked in job interviews, and if you're not prepared for it, finding a good answer can be harder than you think. You must be prepared to discuss why the company and role appeal to you and to do so with genuine interest and excitement. For this week, which is week 9, our interns are learning about cloud computing. Cloud technology is helping businesses and people weather the ongoing storm caused by global pandemic or the advancement of technology. Companies are seizing on cloud as the key enabler to complete their digital transformation, and the COVID pandemic has further accelerated this mandate. Cloud is becoming a top C-suite agenda item as businesses are transitioning from a piecemeal approach to a more holistic end-to-end digital transformation with cloud at its core. The winner of tomorrow will be the ones that navigate this change rapidly, making the right choices and engage the appropriate partners to augment their own capabilities. This curriculum has helped our interns learn how to accelerate their migration to the cloud, one that requires speed, new thinking, an entirely different level of skills and investments to achieve end-to-end digital transformation. Now more than ever, cloud is vital to help businesses reopen, reinvent, and outmaneuver uncertainty. What is cloud computing? Let's start with the name. Where did cloud come from? When the internet was in its infancy, the word cloud was used as a metaphor to describe how the complex telephone networks were connected. Now many people and organizations refer to it as the cloud, but it's not a single entity, and it doesn't exist in just one place. So what is it exactly? Cloud is a model of computing where servers, networks, storage, and development tools, and even applications are enabled through the internet. Instead of organizations having to make major investments to buy equipment, train staff, and provide ongoing maintenance, some or all of these needs are handled by a cloud service provider. There are 5 characteristics of a cloud computing environment, as defined by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST. There's internet access, measured service, on-demand self-service, shared resource pooling, and rapid elasticity. With internet access, the cloud environment, users plug into the data and applications via internet connection, giving them anytime, anywhere access. With measured service, cloud is often known or used as pay as you go, where you can only pay for what you use. Think about it as a utility company meters on how much water, electricity, and gas is used and charges based on the consumption. The cloud is used the same way. On-demand self-services are services that can be requested and provisioned quickly without the need of a manual setup and configuration. With shared resource pooling, cloud is often used as the multi-tenancy model. This means a single application is shared among several users. So rather than creating a copy of the application for each user, several users or tenants can configure the application to their specific needs. And lastly, with rapid elasticity, the cloud platforms are elastic, which means that an organization can scale its resource usage levels up and down quickly and easily as needs change. What are the types of cloud computing? Cloud computing can be deployed in different ways depending on what services the business needs. The first thing to consider is the deployment model, such as public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and multi-cloud. The next element is the service category, which is SaaS or software as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, and IaaS, infrastructure as a service. When a company is considering to cloud migration strategy, it must consider both factors. Here's a primer on how they work and what they mean for a business. With public cloud, connecting to a public cloud means using an internet connection to access computing resources hosted on a data centers managed by a third-party cloud service provider, rather than owning and maintaining these resources on the premises. A shared public cloud has many organizations or tenants sharing the same infrastructure. The largest cloud service providers with data centers that enable massive scalings are called hyperscalers. The big four hyperscalers, collectively referred to as MAGs, are Microsoft Azure, Amazon's Amazon Web Services or AWS, Alibaba or Ali Cloud, and Google Cloud. Other cloud providers include IBM and Oracle. With private cloud, the cloud model is great for organizations concerned about sharing resources on a public cloud. It's implemented on servers owned by and maintained by the organization and accessed over the internet or through a private internal network. A private cloud environment gives you complete control over data and security in order to meet specific regulatory and other compliance requirements, such as HIPAA for healthcare, GDPR, GXP for pharma, etc. With hybrid cloud, many organizations actually use a combination of several cloud environments. This is referred to as a hybrid cloud approach. Hybrid cloud often includes a combination of public cloud and private cloud, frequently in combination with some on-premises infrastructure. To create a true hybrid cloud architecture, you must set up a communication or orchestration between the various deployments. Hybrid clouds eliminates reliance on any single cloud provider and allows for additional levels of flexibility in terms of capabilities, security compliance, and more. With service categories, SaaS, or software as a service, is the most used cloud application service and is becoming a dominant way for organizations to access software applications. With SaaS, an organization accesses a specific software application hosted on a remote server and managed by a third-party provider. Platform as a Service, or PaaS, is a popular choice for businesses who want to create unique applications without making major financial investments. With PaaS, an organization accesses a predefined environment for a software development that can be used to build, test, and run applications. This means that the developers don't need to start from scratch when creating apps. IaaS, or Infrastructure as a Service, is the simplest option for businesses. With IaaS, an organization migrates its hardware, renting servers and data storage in the cloud rather than purchasing and maintaining its own infrastructure. IaaS provides an organization with the same technology and capabilities as a traditional data center, including full control over service instances. Systems administrators within the business are responsible for managing aspects such as a database application, runtime, security, etc., while the cloud provider manages the servers and hard drives and network storages. For business etiquette, our interns have learned about the importance of mental and physical health. Physical health problems significantly increase our risk of developing mental health problems and vice versa. Nearly 1 in 3 people with a long-term physical health condition also has mental health problems, most often known as depression and anxiety. Research has shown that people with mental health problems are more likely to have preventable physical health conditions such as heart disease. As well as this, mental health problems can come with physical symptoms. Our bodies and minds are not separate, so that it's not surprising that mental health can also affect your body. Depression can come with headaches, fatigue, and digestive problems, and anxiety can create upset stomachs, for example. Other symptoms can also include insomnia, restlessness, and difficulty concentrating. Things that we have taught our interns for physical and mental health is exercise and eat well and taking care of themselves. For network visibility, we ask our interns to post what they've learned every week. Here at VTF, we want to help our interns grow in their social media platforms profiles by teaching them on how to customize their profiles to attract hiring managers, have a good first impression, and get noticed. It is becoming more important for firms and organizations to maintain visible and online presence. This goes without saying that any professional who wants to develop, monitor, and nurture connections must have a presence in the on-the-go social media platforms, such as LinkedIn. We understand that it's more just than being there, and to get the greatest return for our interns' investment in our weekly network visibility assignments, there are certain factors that matter more than others, and the ultimate goal for our interns is growth, both personally and professionally. That is all for our session for today. Thank you for listening in and watching. To follow along with what our beginner track interns are doing, please visit our site at vtf.academy. Also, please check out our website at virtuallytestingfoundation.org for any future information and announcements on our future beginner track curriculums for 2023. We are very excited about it. Take care, be safe, and see you all at our next VTF live session next week. Bye.